Up, guys? How y'all doing today? Now, baby, I know you saw that video on CNN with Diddy. I know you saw it. If you didn't, go watch my video because I reposted it. But y'all, new information coming out because a lot of people were asking the same questions I was. Yo, how did they get that video from the hotel in 2016? Now, as you know, okay, if you were on my live stream, go watch it. It's epic. I give more insider tea. We actually did predict this was dropping. Just saying, right? But if you guys don't know, when it comes to footage, even though hotel people see stuff on camera and they don't call the police, that does not mean they don't preserve footage to protect against their own liability. Now, here's the thing that everybody was actually flipping out about, okay? You guys, I literally shook some trees. I talked to my sources, and they are telling me that the reason that video was released was for two reasons. Just hold on. One, to taint the jury pool. Arrest is imminent. And they did what they could by releasing it on CNN to taint the jury pool because so everybody in America knew what you were up to. Two, okay, so there's three reasons. Two, they did it to make sure that none of your defenders, your apologists, could publicly defend what they saw without looking like the biggest POSs. We are talking about Charlemagne, the Breakfast Club. The people, it's just like, well, I don't know. It's complicated. What do you think? The people coming out defending, I dare you. Even Stephen A. Smith, and you know that man has some questionable thoughts. Even he said Diddy's career is completely over. He is done. Well, guess what? I also said in that thing, that video was a warning toward Diddy that we got you in our sights. But we don't know what a deep warning it was. Remember when Christian Combs released that struggle diss trap taunting the feds? Well, guess what? The feds released their own version of they not like us with this. They are saying that that footage, even though it was the hotel, that was an evidential compilation for the jury. It was what CNN had was a bit of some of the footage that was recovered from the raid at Diddy's house. Yes. Remember when they said that Diddy paid $50,000 for that footage from a hotel room? He paid $50,000 to the Intercontinental Century City for it. My sources are saying that this was a warning, most importantly, because, and I quote, it was a compilation, an evidentiary compilation made from some of the footage they got from Diddy's house. And my sources are saying they got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours. They also got all the alleged tapes, if they exist, of people in compromising positions. Remember those rumors that they would show rappers pictures of them and video of them in compromising situations while they were zonked out and then had them sign on the dotted line? Remember, I said that. They are saying that everything Diddy had that he used to hold on to his power and to hide his bad doings, they own it. Now, here's the weird thing, right? And I said this to them. But if Diddy held on to this and you knew what you were doing was illegal, why didn't you burn that tape? I would have burned that tape. How could you ever need this? How could this be important? People said it was Diddy's arrogance and his pride. They're guessing that he actually might have been proud of what happened. It took him back to a special place. Maybe it took him for emotional things. Maybe he thought that he could somehow use that in the future against someone. I don't know how. But the consensus was it was pure arrogance. It was pure arrogance that he had been doing it so long and nobody had ever said anything, that he could just keep going and going and going. Again, let's get into also, they said it was to taint the jury pool. No one can deny the brutality. Nobody can deny the evilness. No one can stand by his side without the smut on his soul rubbing off on theirs. Now, here's the thing, right? Since this has happened, there's been a lot of changes involved. Sean Hawley is no longer on Diddy's case. She's working on Christian's case. I see what you did for Diddy. Are you doing that for Christian too? Now, don't get me wrong. Sean Hawley is an amazing attorney and she's very good at what she does. But I don't know if she's ever defended people that not only have done so much, but there is so much evidence. And there's so much evidence because they're the ones that actually took it. Y'all, we're going to have to talk about that, right? Also, I'm hearing that they were planning sometime this week, right? Maybe Wednesday, maybe Thursday, we'll see, prior to this evidence being dropped by the feds, to drop something that was going to completely obliterate, in their minds, Little Rod's case. Now, I don't know if it's about Little Rod, his attorney, whoever, but they were planning to drop something because they've been eating it away. Again, for whatever reason, when Christian Combs released that album, dissing the feds and dissing this, they somehow thought that the feds didn't have enough information. When Misa flew down to go party with Diddy, and it looks like they're celebrating in Miami or wherever they're at, they're saying that they thought, since they didn't hear anything, that the party was over. They're saying now it is like a nuclear has dropped on the Combs camp. Now, again, be on the lookout. Wednesday and Thursday, they're going to try to release some information. It may be fabricated. We don't know what's going on, but it's going to somehow try to tarnish what Little Rod said. But I don't understand. Diddy just released a statement saying enough is enough. He said that nothing that he's been accused of is true, and it's all lies. And he has never and would never do those awful things. That included Cassie's lawsuit. We just saw a evidentiary compilation that people are saying the feds made that was compiled from the information that was pulled out of Diddy's house in the raid, right? As a smack the Diddy, taint the jury pool to clear the field so they can get a clean go at him. They're saying arrest is imminent. Okay? They're doing all this stuff. Everybody is eagerly waiting for Diddy to be notified. Now, if you guys don't know what that means, in a grand jury, you really don't have a chance to defend yourself. However, they still have to bring you in and let you know what the grand jury indicted. They give you a call, they bring it in, and that is it. So basically, once they about to put the arrest warrant, they bring you in so you stand in front and hear the indictment. We do not know if Diddy will actually be there. When is the indictment coming? When I say rain soon come, I mean rain soon come. Go watch my old videos. I predicted this down to the day what was going to happen. Now, I'm not saying I have sources, but I am saying I'm a really good guesser. Don't you think? And I got more guesses if you want to stick with me. All right. I have more guesses if you want to stick with me. Let's also not forget what was so powerful about that, besides it exposing Diddy as being a liar. How did you say nothing was true when that footage of Century City 2016 is also around the time? Listen, they're also going live. Um, uh, uh, listen, they're also going live where, don't forget, in 2016, this is the same year she kept trying to leave him. And remember when Tiffany Red actually said that she saw Diddy come in talking about emotional, A, B, emotional, and was screaming at Tiffany Red about how dare you do that to Cassie, right? That was when her homegirl in LA said that, remember, Diddy tried to pull her out the house and they didn't want Cassie to leave, but she left with him anyway. And then they saw her again and she was like a different person. It's like she was on something. All life had left her and she was a shell of herself. Listen, and she was a shell of herself, y'all. This is just the beginning. Hold tight. But when I told you the feds was coming for him, some of y'all didn't want to believe me. And look at God's glory. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Okay? Bye.